Why do you look like Big Boy in ATO when he was sipping on his cognac before he was about to kill T.I.'s little brother?
Yo.
Some Southern shit. So, what's going on, folks? We're back with a Working Title Sports Show. Obviously, as a Cowboy fan, I'm sitting back like, so you're just going to be stubborn during the free agency, aren't we, Jerry?
Oh, no. Yeah, we are. I think we will be. I think we will be. We should have seen this coming.
So what's happening right now is Stephen Jones is the one that's kind of fucking things up right now. As the hold up, we can bring this up. So we have a casualty that happened. We lost Amari Cooper.
We lost Amari Cooper. How did we? What? Like, here's my
He's going
question.
to the Browns.
He's going to the Browns, and it ain't good for him either. It ain't good for
Baker
the Browns.
Because Baker is talking crazy, like, I don't know if I want to be here or not.
I guess I'm going, guys. It's been quite the ride here, and I just want to say to people of Cleveland, I'm sorry for not doing what I could. You know what, nigga? Like, all right, let's start with Amari. Let's start with Amari Cooper. Number one, there are reasons why he's gone. And
Money
number
being one of them.
Money being one of them. Yes, because I don't think you and I think he's not worth the 20 million. He's not worth the money he's going to get paid next season because he has not been producing none of that, Chris. He has.
Would you say the
producing receiver with number 2 numbers, dog?
Would you say the producing is more so because of the play calling or just Amari, or is it both?
It could be the fact that Amari Cooper has the motherfucking engine of a motherfucking Chevy of a Chevy Geo, nigga. I'm only saying this. This is not me taken away from Amari Cooper being a beast fucking athlete, because he is. He's flat out
plays.
Awesome.
He made some big plays last season.
Flat out awesome. But let me be honest with you. He plays like he's a number 2. He plays like a number 2. And he plays like a number 2 at times. And then there's that 2 seasons in a row, he would go on this stint of 40 yards, 35 yards, 44 yards, 77 yards. And meanwhile, us Cowboy fans, well, it's the play call. No. Michael Gallup on 4 fucking toes and half a fucking kneecap is out there running.
Cedric Wilson, who got released by the Cowboys, and he's with the Dolphins now, which Godspeed to you down there.
Good fit for him. Hopefully that works for him.
Hopefully that works.
Because Cedric he wasn't going to be big on this thing because there's a lot. It's still deep on wide receiver, but here's the thing. Right now, Cowboys don't have a number 1. I don't think CD Lamb is.
CD is the number 1 now.
I don't think CD's a number 1 yet. I don't. But
think they're going to get Jarvis because he's on the free agency market now.
Actually, did Jarvis get signed yet?
Nope, he got released by the Browns, and he's still on the free
got released, but I don't. Did he get signed yet? Is what I'm trying to say.
Nope. Still out there.
I hope because right now Dallas they re-signed Mike, and that's really questionable because that's a motherfucker with an ACL coming back from an ACL, man. So
breaking, Jarvis Landry is going to be visiting the Falcons facility today.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Speaking of which, we can't say one without the other.
Who? We have to play. We have to play this, D. We have to play this. Hold up.
You can't keep getting away with it. You can't keep getting away with it.
Sorry. I want people to understand something.
I was.
No.
Here's the thing. Why is that? I can't say one without the other. Do you know that there's news? Coming out. Not only that, Chris. It's said that he's already DM'd Julio Jones saying, "Hey, Come on down to Tampa, bro. We can win something.
You can't keep getting away with it! You can't keep getting away with it!
He's going to bring that.
Here's the sick part. I think my thing is
He's
this.
going to get Julio Jones. They're going to get deep into the playoffs, and all that HGH in his arm is going to dissipate.
It's either going to be the Rams that are going to take him out, or optimism here, Cowboys.
No, it won't be us.
or wild card might be the 49ers if they luck into the playoffs again on some bullshit.
I hope it's somebody stupid.
Or like the Saints.
The Commanders.
We'll get to them in a minute. So in the midst of Cowboys, doing this, they lost out on Randy Gregory. And what happened was, I feel, and a lot of beat reporters are saying this, Randy was very 50-50 on whether he was going to stay with Dallas or not. Here's the funny thing about watching this in real time on Twitter. Everybody was assuming Dallas fucked it up and Stephen Jones fucked up the deal, yada, 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 and blah, 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 blah. I think it was either Schefter or somebody else that said, yeah, Randy was pretty 50-50 in the beginning of whether he was even going to stick with Dallas or not. So It was never about the money, because the same amount of money that Dallas offered him, the Broncos offered him.
Now, here's the thing. Here's the kicker, and this is what was said by Shannon Sharp and Skip Bayless, and who else? Who else confirmed this? I think Eastman did. Nick Eastman did, and on Twitter, beat writer for the Cowboys. He confirmed this. Really, what it was. I'm sorry, there's a clause in my thing. I can lose all of this if I get in trouble again. I'm sorry, what?
Going to the Broncos.
Yeah, I'm going to the Broncos. They're not doing that. They're giving me the same. Yeah, I'm going to the Broncos.
Which is funny enough, because everybody else, Gallup and them, had the same clause in their shit. They did. You sure?
Not to the extent that Gallup got it. What Gallup got was, nigga, you get in trouble again, I'm taking everything. That's what that was. What Gallup got was, well, look, if you get in trouble, son, we're going to have to take a little bit from you. What Mike was, get in trouble again, motherfucker.
Now, granted,
and I'll be honest with you, that pushes it over. Now, seeing that he was 50-50, and just real quick, I ain't gonna bump you off with this, but that he was 50-50.
That probably did push him over, though.
I would say the same thing.
Yeah. Now, granted, he probably
gonna be on the straight and narrow for the rest of his life.
Now, granted, if you've been pretty much following the Cowboys or fans of the Cowboys for as long as we have, and Randy Gregory, I'm not saying it was valid for why they put that in there, but if Gregory,
it was valid.
Yeah, because Randy be getting into some bullshit at times, not all the time, but at times.
And at the extent that Gregory was out suspended the way he was, you're definitely going to get some type of thing that's going to be like, you can't get in trouble, or if you do get in trouble, this will happen. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be some shit like that. But, and I'm not, people can, I always laugh at how people can twist it around saying that's like, oh man, that's the white man trying to like, how?
No. It's like,
Here's the thing. If that's the case, look, okay. What you just said, that's the white man trying to keep him down, all that. Okay, give a job to a crackhead and not put a clause in there. All right, look, check this out, Jermaine. Listen to me. If you do crack one more time before you show up, like, come on, you're going to put a clause in there. Look, dog, I don't care what you do in your off time, but you cannot be high from this hour to this hour. Can you do that? And you will put in a clause for that, right? Like, if you do that, I would fire you, right? It's the same deal. So look,
now maybe he didn't want to get the get those restrictions, and I get it, but at the same time, it's like,
too. And that's the thing too. And if Randy felt like, yo, look, dog, I'm past that shit, and like all that shit, y'all know was the past, so y'all gonna bring that up, man. I gotta be honest with you. That kind of makes me feel that
that makes me feel like I'm pressured. Even though that I'm not, that makes a man feel. People like, well, just don't go get in trouble. Then, yeah, it's easy to say that shit.
Yeah, but
because Randy is one speeding ticket away, one bad experience with that cop away from the Cowboys taking everything from him.
So I guess
you know that,
that is a lot of pressure. You're right, but
you know that, especially because. I hate saying it like this. 90% of the time, you drive a drunk, you're fine. I hate saying it like that. Oh, I hate saying it like that.
But I will say
you
this.
know what I'm saying, right?
But I'm gonna say this: we got Tank back, thankfully. I couldn't find a video because I think the video got taken down on Twitter. But what happened was during deliberations, Dallas and Tank said it himself, verbatim. I watched it. They were initially going lowball him, and Tank did one of those like eye rolls, like, really, nigga? Like, really? Like, okay. And, he went back to his agent, and then they renegotiated, and they finally got a good contract. But Tank was just looking at Steven and them like, really?
Like, a lot of the stuff that's about to go down to the Cowboys right now is that they're going to be hanging on to some guys they shouldn't be hanging on.
They got $30 million cap space. I will give them that.
We got cap space.
They're good. Now they got to execute this shit properly because there's so many good people. Like I said, Jarvis Landry is out there. For right now, at least.
Yeah.
I'm not saying this is a valid thing. Cole Beasley got released from the Buffalo Bills, so maybe you go back to them if you want to.
Dallas don't need
you don't think they need
that'd be actually, it actually would be interesting. It'd probably be a big boost for Cole to come back to the Cowboys, but I don't know.
But also that would imply that Jerry's going to look at Cole like, hey, you getting that vaccine.
Yes, I see. How you doing there, Cole? It's really great that you're back with the Cowboys because here's actually the real thing, real talk. Jerry sees all his kids. He's actually one of his kids.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? No real shit. I know it sounds very plantainish. Yes, I'm plantainish, antebellumish. There we go. It sounds very antebellumish, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So he said, like, yeah, you one of my boys, Cole. Now you gonna get that fucking shot, right, boy? Oh, you a boy just like all these niggers in here too.
I seen you rap.
I seen your little hippity hop. Let me tell you something. I don't care how big your little luscious black girl's ass is. I'll fucking cut you down, boy. Look, I cut you down like one of these niggers.
Now, joining Randy Gregory with the Denver Broncos is this guy. That's right, Russell Wilson. Yes, he's in the orange and blue.
Man, oh man! I thank you for getting this picture. I forgot about that. Let me tell you something. This is the end of the road, Russ.
You right, D? You want to know why? Because guess who he consulted before making his decision?
Who?
Peyton Manning.
Man, the forehead told him. The forehead told him, hey, get the fuck out. They're going to treat you well. You can bullshit.
But hey, here's the thing, D. John Elway is jerking himself off in excitement. I finally got a quarterback. Yes.
No, throw the ball, Russ. He throws the ball. I can fucking do it better. These assholes, all of them. He's like this. John, come here. Are you comparing your old self to Don? Of course I am. How are we going to find a perfect quarterback? Do you care about Broncos football? Because I do.
I swear to God, I keep going back to this.
That's what I feel that John Elway is doing. He's comparing his old self to other ones. In real talk, every quarterback has showed up. Ain't better than Elway.
I go back to this all the time. I swear to God, John Elway was sick to his stomach when Tebow won that playoff game. He was just sitting there like.
You ever see a kid play? You ever see a little cousin who don't know how to play Tekken roll like 6 niggas in a row doing blah, 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 blah. That's what that was. Just button mashing the whole time.
I've never seen a man so angry at his own team winning a playoff game. And you beat the Steelers. You beat I don't say prime Roethlisberger, but you beat Roethlisberger when he was like still balling out of control.
That was rough. You beat a tough Steelers team, man.
And he still looked disappointed, like, this motherfucker was supposed to lose. How the fuck you win?
It's always kind of funny when we refer to these football teams about how good they are and how you describe them. Like when you say a tough Steelers team, when you hear tough Steelers, you think hard defense.
They
The
had
offense is
AB
like
and
bruising
fucking.
you.
They had the squad.
They had a squad. That was a nasty Pittsburgh team, man.
Tim Tebow prayed to God, and God came down and was like, "All right, Tim, I give you one. I will give you one." But guess what? Von Miller, he's going to the Buffalo Bills.
Let me tell you something. Von
got
Miller
his ring and was like, "All right, I go to Buffalo. Fine." Cool.
Maybe, and I really mean this because, like I said, last year we saw one of the greatest. This past playoffs, we saw one of the greatest football games ever played, and I think the Buffalo Bills have the juice to get to the Super Bowl. I ain't say winning, but I think they have the juice to get there. I think Von Miller is a great boost to that shit. Here's the thing: I'm not mad at him not coming to the Cowboys because I don't think he fits on the Cowboys right now, for at least at the linebacker position. But we can use him. Oh yes, we can use him. Losing Randy Gregory.
Vaughn would have been a good substitute.
I'm hearing that we might move a couple guys on the line or something like that, but I don't know. Now, but saying that, remember how I said on that thing about how Jerry sees players as his kids? Mm-hmm. That's one more thing. He hangs on to Bama's way too long than he should too.
Yeah, there were certain players that's like
so Randy Gregory leaving the body here, who had the advantage of being a player that Jerry drafted me, nigga. So
I mean, but this is the debacle here, though. This guy.
Yeah.
So he's out the running for right now. He's out the running with certain teams, but I think who was trying to get him?
The Browns at one point was trying to get him, and that's what scared fucking Baker Mayfield to go, "Oh, guess you guys don't need me.
Yeah.
Guess I'll go on my own." But no, he was it was actually a couple teams that was actually going up for Deshaun Watson, man. And who else was it? Because remember, at one point the Steelers was up for it, and the Steelers straight up said, "We are officially not seeking him."
Panthers are trying to get him.
We're good with Trubisky, actually, which makes me laugh.
They said
Trubisky's not bad, but he's not great either. So
they said he might either go to the Panthers or the Saints.
And you know what? That still is open for him, man. It's whoever's going to take him at this point, man.
He might go to the Saints. It wouldn't be shocking.
It's like, with the Chargers around him, he's not too many people going to touch that stove is what I'm trying to say. You see what I'm like? Yo.
I mean, apparently, like I said, his court case, he was found innocent, so he's cleared at this point.
What does that mean anything to white folks?
I know. I know. Then again, Michael Vick did go to jail and rehabilitate himself, and white people still get on him about dogs. So you're right.
Here's the thing here. Here's the thing though. It doesn't matter, and so that doesn't matter for me. That doesn't matter. It only matters in the fact is the team's going to take a risk on him. That's where it matters. You know what I mean? As far as his play, I think, right, man. Look, Deshaun Watson's ready. He's ready to fuck somebody's shit up, man. So if y'all don't let this man come,
if he go to
be great.
Hey, look, if he go with the Saints, he might make Tom Brady's life a living hell. Then, if that's the case, so
Tom Brady probably see if we can find another charge on him if you want to. I'm sorry, Rick.
What are you talking about, Tom?
This is my division. Why would you do that?
Or
why would you do that?
Or Tom does like a wild card moment and be like, goes to the Buccaneers front office and be like, so is there a way we can get Deshaun Watson and have him be like a wide receiver a couple times, possibly?
Let's get Deshaun Watson to be my backup. We could just ease him in when I actually retire, you know? When are you going to retire? When are you going to stop fucking asking questions?
Does that mean he's going to get the Gronk back?
I don't know. That's a good question. Gronkowski.
I wonder if Gronkowski was excited at his man coming back, like, oh my God, Tom's back. I get to play again.
It's like Gronkowski got that cone around his neck that you give dogs when he
he takes it. He took it off as soon as Tom announced coming back to the Buccaneers. Like, yes,
great.
Great.
I get to play again. Yay.
Does this man still want me to be a wrestler? Tell him I said no.
Fuck you. I don't want to be a wrestler.
No, he's like, tell him I said no. Like, tell him that Vince McMahon hasn't called you in 2.5 years.
I can come to WrestleMania, right?
But I can come to WrestleMania, right? Yeah, you can. Awesome. But fuck Vince. I want to be a football player. We know, Rob. Oh.
All right.
Dude,
All
I'm
right.
sorry. Dude, I got to take my pills. I'm sorry, man.
All right. So I have a quick breakdown of what the Commanders did real quick. So they cut defensive tackle Matt Leonidas.
Yeah.
Offensive
Leonidas.
Offensive guard Eric Flowers and Landon Collins.
Now, here's the funny thing. I heard Landon, he was cutting. It was like Monday. No, Sunday. Sunday, I saw news about them talking about Landon Collins is pretty much about here. So, yeah, that didn't surprise me.
And safety Everett, Deshager Everett. So they saved they got 20 million cap space immediately after that.
Which is cool for them because they need that because they got, like I said, the Commanders where they sit out is not a bad team. Yeah, I'm going to respect them and call them Commanders. I really don't feel like saying Redskins.
I mean, the defense did turn around in the second half of the season once Old Boy came out. So
here's the problem about it, and I keep telling this to everybody about their defense. Their defense is not as great as you think they are. Their defense was the good thing on a shitty team. It was the only functional thing on a very shitty team. Now, I wouldn't say very shitty thing. That's unfair. That's why I said because I did
chaotic offense.
No, yeah, thank you. It was just a chaotic offense, and the defense was just average. But it did a lot of the heavy lifting, and in that heavy lifting, you saw amazing play out of these kids, nigga. But the problem about it is, what really just falls for me is that. And they lose Landon Collins. Are you going to fill in? Are you just going to get a vet just to fill in that 20 million?
Well,
like that's what I'm saying, man. Like, what are you going to do for that? Like, not even the defense. More importantly, and I still stand by it because they have the same problem that the Cowboys had. They need to do something with their offensive line. Despite, I think they are already making strides at that shit. Washington still ain't there yet, but yeah, I think 20 million. That's all right, man. But Landon Collins going is just. I feel man, Landon should be so much better than what he had. You know what I mean, man? So
they resigned JD, running back JD McKissick. So, because here's the funny thing is, he had agreed to terms with Buffalo and then decided, oh, this is how much you're offering Washington. All right, I guess I go back to the Commanders.
I would. Shoot, if they're gonna give him what he wanted, I would too. Shit.
They lost Ricky Seals-Jones to the New York Giants. So that plugged in a hole that the Giants needed in the tight end position. So that's great. And they lost Kyle Allen to the Houston Texans.
Yeah, I just saw that too. And
they tendered Joey Sly, place kicker. But
place kicker. Yeah, I see that. Yeah, I see it too.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's their little free agency in a nutshell right now. So,
I think there's it's still going on for the with the NFL is back to people still getting signed and all the rest of that shit. Anyway,
Carson Wentz came here. That's what we should have mentioned. Carson Wentz is a Commander now.
Oh yeah. That was
the big deal. Big thing. It was literally like day one.
Do you know?
Free agency.
No, I'm embarrassed that I forgot that. Wentz is here. Let me tell you something. Are they in better shape than they are with Taylor Heineke? Oh yeah, much better shape. Taylor Heineke can't win no game. Taylor Heineke did do a lot.
Two gunslinger. For his own good.
Here's the thing about Taylor that really got me about them and the legacy that he's going to have here in Washington is that
Y'all really did have that 73 out there working like a 79, did y'all? Y'all had that man shooting so far above his average.
Here's the sick part, D.
Ooh.
I still trust Taylor Heineke to throw a ball over Jimmy Garoppolo any day of the week.
Sadly, right? It's amazing. It's amazing. It's really amazing that Jimmy G has really, with all the nobody wanted. No, by the way, my friends say, why the fuck we didn't get Jimmy? Like, why did you want him?
That's what I don't get. There was Washington fans that I'm friends with. Washington fans that I'm friends with that was like, oh man, I would take Jimmy G over Carson Wentz. I'm like, are you serious? Are you fucking
Here's
serious?
the funny thing: Carson Wentz is a really good arm, very good arm. When he's on fire, Carson gets on fire. And real talk, Commander fans, Washington fans, y'all gonna get on my nerves for about a good 6 or 7 games because Carson really does. I hate that nickname, Walker to him Wentz, but it really does look. He just like hands it right to because they be like, how the fuck did they catch that shit? He could do that shit. And then Carson Wentz winces. And when he winces, it's amazing. Either he's getting hurt, somebody else is getting hurt, or y'all losing that game in spectacular fashion. And I mean, like, no, and I'm not talking I mean, like, woo! How much? Like, wait a minute. How many yards that nigga got? Zeke got how many yards? 200 and what? What's going on? What happened? Well, Carson threw 3 interceptions. Like,
not
Carson winces. He winces. This is going to be fun.
But here's the thing, too.
Good luck, Washington.
But also to turn around same day, Kirk Cousins got a big contract with the Vikings. The Vikings is like, nah, we're sticking with Captain Kirk.
And how much did he get?
Hold on. Let me get the
how much
the price.
Let
me get the price. Hold on.
Because I know how much you get.
He got some total. I just had it. 35 million.
35 million. Kirk Cousins, for what he has done last year, is getting 35 million guaranteed.
This guy is a thief in the night, just like our boy.
You can't keep getting away with it.
I swear.
Who was the other Vikings quarterback that used to play for him?
What? Not Brett.
Damn, you went way back. You went way back, man.
Oh god. Wait. Vikings quarterback? Vikings quarterback that what? Wait a minute. God. Remember they had like 5 Taylor Heinekes at one point. Remember that one of them was motherfucking
Oh, that's who he is. This is what. Okay, so Kirk Cousins, he is stealing money like Sam Bradford was.
Oh, Sam Bradford, yes.
Sam Bradford was going around the NFL stealing money.
Who are
that
these
dude?
Niggas? This nigga.
This dude was with the Rams, right? Was with the Rams, and then got a big deal with the Eagles. Remember? And then turned around, got a big deal with the Vikings, and then turned around his last year, and the Arizona Cardinals threw a ton of money at him, and he just retired it off to the sunset.
What the fuck has he done? What has he done?
Nothing.
What has he done?
Nothing.
What is it? I'm whatever.
Kirk Cousins, I'm just like, 35 million, huh?
Is it like something where he had to beat like the Bears or something? Like it was one of the obscure wins. Hey, look, guys, I told you. Look, I beat the Jets that one game. He beat the Jets. Yeah, that was in the clause.
Here's how chaotic the NFC North is. Mitch Trubisky is with the Steelers now.
Like I said,
which means the black man has to go from the Steelers, unfortunately. Which means black QB that was with the Commanders.
What, Haskins?
Oh, Haskins is gone. I already know he's gone.
Nah, man, look, Haskins.
Or he's gonna, or you think he's gonna be practice squad?
He has a fighting chance.
That nigga gonna go to the Jaguars. Watch.
Wow, man. All right.
But guess who also got re-signed?
Who?
Aaron Rodgers. And you know what?
Yes,
I feel
that's
Tom Brady coming. I feel
right.
Tom Brady coming out of retirement was his
There's
middle
a lot
finger to
of
Aaron.
yeah.
It was a middle finger to Aaron Rodgers re-signing
It
because
most
Aaron Rodgers
definitely was,
re-signed,
bro.
and Aaron Rodgers re-signed with the Green Bay Packers, and they made big news about it, right? Not even, I guess, apparently, like not even 3 hours later, that's when Tom Brady announced he's coming back to the Buccaneers, and somebody was like, Aaron Rodgers looking around like, but guys, I'm back. Yeah, we don't care, Aaron. Tom Brady's back.
I really.
He got a lot of money, and I'm just looking at like, so Green Bay, what are you gonna do for Aaron now? Because you still gotta address your special teams. You do realize that, right?
I mean, they got a lot to address on this team, man. They really do. This motherfucker is getting paid $200 million.
That's more than Dak's contract.
I want to let y'all know there are people in the state of Wisconsin that are going to go through the winter cold, freezing cold. Still got Aaron Rodgers. Anyway. Like, I look. That's not an attack on Aaron Rodgers. That's an attack on capitalism. Anyway.
I mean, let's be real. You're right.
Let's not get
it
fucked up. I'm always for the players getting their money, getting what you're paid, getting what you're worth, and all the rest of that, yada, yada, yada. If you think this is D attacking white people, no, it's not. This is just D being real. I hate capitalism. I do. Now, if you don't excuse me, I'm gonna go out and buy something.
I believe Teddy Bridgewater.
He got signed to the Dolphins, did he? Yeah, but say he got signed to the Dolphins. Yes,
yep. He's with the Dolphins now.
There was, like I said,
good for him.
There was a lot of buzz, but of course, us being Cowboy fans, we rotate to what we rotate.
No, but I was still paying attention to it. I think Teddy Bridgewater is always a guy that's always going to find a team to play for because there's a need. There's
always a need for Teddy Bridgewater. Teddy Bridgewater is a dude that's ranked 80, but you cannot sign him for more than 2 years because he's going to break down on you. Dude, he is the Honda Prelude of the NFL. I don't understand.
He's unreliable. I mean,
he's reliable, but at the same time, man, you got to change his transmission.
I feel for Seattle though, man. Now they're kind of got to start all over. Backup quarterback, they need quarterback position, everything.
And there's there's always that dumb. There's always like one reporter in Seattle. They keep on reporting that Colin Kaepernick's going to that team. Because I lie to you not, I saw that. I was like, is it the same? Is it the same reporter that lives in Seattle? It's like, this is it, man. It's the opening.
It's like the opening salvo. I'm like, man. The crazy part about Von Miller,
like he's going to come out of nowhere.
The thing about Von Miller that gets me is that he signed a 6-year contract. I was thinking he was going to sign like a 2-year contract. He's like, nah, 6 years.
2 years in Buffalo and get. If he don't retire, he getting traded off, or he going to get some. He going to go somewhere else. No, he getting traded off.
6 years though, man. It's like,
they going. He going to either restructure that contract. They either gave him that much to restructure the contract or do something else. Or he's going to get traded off. One of the two.
But
or retire. But I don't think he's going to retire there. But yeah.
But Marcus Williams is with the Ravens.
Mm-hmm.
Which I'm like, all right, cool. I mean, that could be a boost to the secondary, definitely. Still need to address the offense, definitely. But all right.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, good for them. But Trubisky going to Steelers, that had me rolling. Like, really?
Yeah, I don't think the Steelers are done shopping with the quarterbacks though. I don't think they're done with the quarterbacks though. I don't think they're done looking through that quarterback position yet.
All
right.
But anyways, moving on. We have to start this. Basketball Wizards.
We are the Wizards.
Here's a sick part, D. Here's a sick part, D. If we were on the West, if the Wizards were playing in the Western Conference, they would have a better record. They have a better record than the Lakers, who actually are in a playoff. They're in the play-in playoff position.
Oh yes, they are. We are in this beautiful time of the basketball season where all the sorry ass teams are trying to get their way into the playoffs. Chris.
Now the Wizards are 3 games back from the last spot.
Let's take it to the board.
Let's take it to the board.
All right,
yeah.
now as you see, now I did cut it off at the perfect spot, which would be the 11th spot. Now the reason why is because the 11th spot is the spot that's pretty much the dead spot. That's the dead zone. Who's floating around the dead zone? It is us, the Whiz Kids. That's
the Knicks,
right.
The Knicks being under them too, as well.
And that's the fun part about this situation. Chris, with the remaining games that are left, I'm just going to be honest with you. We're not making it. We might. No,
There's
we're
a
not.
hope. There's
No,
hope.
we're not.
There's
Chris,
hope.
there's no hope to this.
There's hope.
There's no hope to
There's
this.
hope.
This is not the see. Look. See, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Last year we had Russ Westbrook, and God bless that little short man. He helped us. But just real talk, dog. I need you to look at me. I need the fans to know that you're looking at me. No, we are not.
We have a shot.
We don't have a shot. Nigga, look at this. Look at
We have a shot. We have a
Look
shot.
at it.
The
We don't have
last
a
games. The last games are New York, Los Angeles, Houston, Milwaukee, Detroit, Golden State, Chicago, Orlando, Dallas, Boston, Minnesota, Atlanta, New York, and Charlotte.
All right. Let me. All right.
There's a chance.
No. I'm gonna tell you right now. Here's the problem about that, Chris. You need to tell me that Atlanta is not going to be gunning for a higher spot. You mean to tell me that the Nets are just going to remain in 8th?
Fair enough.
You want to tell me that the team that I feel that the Wizards are better, Hornets. I feel the Wizards are better than the Hornets, but you want to know the truth? Do you want to know the truth about that? The Hornets are going to probably move up too, but that's going to be the whole action. The play-in spot is going to be interesting anyway. But I'm gonna let you know right now, man. We're done. We're done. The Wizards tried their best. We tried our best this year. It wasn't good enough. But here's the thing. The reason why I'm happy with it, the Wizards played what I expected them to.
Under John Thompson the third, they didn't too bad.
No, he got to go. But
his first year, you go fucking fire him.
Yeah. I'm gonna let you know right now. This marriage is going nowhere. I'm letting you know right.
But we got the GOAT, Porzingis.
The
great,
sex is mild, son. We need somebody here. There are good players here. And the fact that I think Kuzma is going to be much better next year, and I do have
Porzingis has been great.
I do have a feeling that once they gel, it's going to be better. And real talk, D has a big feeling that Bradley Beal will not be here next year.
Which means we might get a good get somebody good to replace him.
Or we're going to trade them off, or we're going to get some players for him. I don't fucking know.
Somebody made a sick joke that there's a possibility that we might be able to get John Wall back.
We're not getting John. We shouldn't get John. We should get John. But the point is, we need a new coach and not John Thompson.
You don't like John Thompson?
No. I like the fact that we're playing better defense, but it feels like this team cannot close nothing. Yeah. And that's the biggest problem. There's a lot of talent on this squad, and it feels like it's going nowhere.
Like we should have beat the Lakers last Friday.
I think Danny's really good. I think Danny has a lot of improve, a lot of there's a lot of upside with him. I think Rue is great. I think Rue is great. Fucking man, Guilford is great off the bench. Like I said, Kyle Kuzma is probably going to end up being an all-star in the next 2 years.
Yeah.
So there is real talent on the Wizards squad right now. I don't think John Thompson is the one to actually build nobody. Yeah. I don't think that's the one you want here because this team needs somebody that can build players up. I don't know if it's him. Now, granted, yes, you said you're right. It's the first year, but
I give them 2 more years before they probably bop them out.
Yeah, it's like I said, I smelled this marriage before, especially here in Washington, D.C. I smelled this before, nigga. So that's all I'm saying. Now, hold on. The rest of the fucking East. Let's talk about the Nets. This motherfucker. This unvaccinated, glorious man.
Can we talk about the fact that on top of this, the Nets organizations is trying to do this shit where they're trying to get the mayor to change his mind about the vaccination shit in the media and you know what, Michael Wilbon said it best. Like, are y'all motherfuckers for real? Are you for real? Are you really trying to do this shit? Like, you're gonna really try to play the media to get the guilt trip the mayor, so your boy can
Oh,
actually play.
it's going to happen. And I was going to mention that. Here's the thing: as much as I do have my opinions on the vaccine and players and people playing basketball and what the mayor's doing to him and all the rest of that, whatever my opinion is, the rule is the rule, right? I do want this to rub into the mayor's face and to rub into anybody else's face that really wanted to make Kyrie the example. I'm cool with that. Here's where it stops for me. Y'all know everything after this is just fucking narrative, right? Like, you do realize that. First it was a troll. Now I'm like, okay, now it's about to be a whole lot of politics thrown left and right. It's going to be a headache. But here's something that's more important. This nigga's a headache right now. 60.
That's not a consistent thing.
Chris, listen to me. Here's the worst part. Steve could have kept him in there for 7 more minutes.
Could have broke Kobe Bryant's. How many did Kobe Bryant score?
Ooh, 81. He could have did it. Could have
got like 85 or some shit.
No, I don't think he would. Actually, I think he would have got like 79. I think it would have been like 70, 79 points. It was like, yo, just like robust, just a fuck you. You know what I mean? Like that, you know what I mean? But he took him out. So wow, that's insane, man.
Yeah.
You know, I'm glad nobody else is doing something equally insane. Oh, wait. Cat has been balling out his mind.
Timberland, Carl Anthony Towns, and the Timberwolves. Yeah.
This nigga decided to wake up, and tell everybody how he feels. Tell everybody that not only can I shoot threes, but I'm going to outplay everybody. Everybody. Niggas insane, bro. I don't understand that shit, man.
Yeah, it's kind of insane, honestly. I mean, because you got that. What is up with the Lakers? Because, like I said it earlier, look at this. Lakers are 29-40 and still can get in.
You know what? What, Chris?
I'm sick. I'm sick
too.
The Wizards got the same record. Somehow that's. You know what? Have we got to that point to where the Eastern Conference is now the competitive conference versus the West?
It is. All right, look, that's the point.
It used to be vice versa,
and that's the point I was going to make too. Look at that shit where the Cavaliers are sitting at. Remember, like 2 years ago, 39 was like the fourth seed. Might get in. That was like the fourth seed. 39 was like the fourth seed, nigga. It is more competitive. This has been much more competitive, man, than it has been in the past. But where all the actual action, the real high level action happens, is still in the West. I hate to say that. It's just more. It's just that the is just gotten a little bit more. Excuse me, goddamn. It's got a little bit more competitive.
The Suns. I mean, you know, at one
Suns
point,
are insane, bro.
Suns and Warriors, they were neck and neck, and the Warriors. I'm not gonna say they fell off or anything. It's like they're doing.
Warriors are bumpy. Actually, I know Steph got hurt last night. I don't know how serious it is though, man. I know he got hurt last night.
They don't need that shit right now. They really don't.
They don't. Not with the motherfucking Jazz sniffing them down and all the rest of that. But
the Suns playing them on fire. So
no pun intended. Anyway,
all I'm saying is don't let Popovich and the Spurs get into the playoffs. That'll be fucking hilarious.
But that would be hilarious. But look at that shit, man. But there's a chance that the Pelicans could knock them out. Like it was like 2 nights ago. It was so funny. A lot of Laker fans, even if they get into play-in, they're thinking like, nah, we're not going to do it. No, we're not going to make the playoffs.
Because you're putting everything on LeBron to do everything.
Man, LeBron has been playing out of his mind too. Like legit playing. Like he's gunning for that. He's about to beat Karl Malone's on record. I think he's going to beat it, tomorrow night or tonight?
Tomorrow. Could be tonight.
He's probably going to beat that. And then he's gunning down Jabbar. Right now, he's getting records right now, dog. LeBron getting his records. because obviously y'all don't want to get no W's out here, so I'm gonna get mine. Then we got Russ. I got to show you this. Russ running his mouth. Look at this shit. Trash talk don't bother me. They ain't nobody over there done anything in this league. Then Patrick Beverly coming back, snapping back on that Beverly. Yeah, I'm like, yo, man.
I mean, look, the thing about Westbrook,
Russ need to stop, man. He needs to stop because individual stats or team stats. Which one we going for, my nigga?
I mean,
honestly,
you can't take away Russ's individual stat, but at the end of the day, it's like, how's that helping?
Nobody. This didn't like what you breaking layups, nigga. What? Russ is bricking layups. Remember when he was in DC and he was contributing and he was actually a part of the team and we pulled behind his energy and we was like, yeah, we could do something over here. We got some. Yeah. Thank you, Russ. And this nigga just left because he thought he was going to get a ring. Whoop.
I mean, on theory, he could have, but
Hey, Chris.
In theory.
Here's the best part, actually, to make you feel better, to go with your whole little theory. We was in the West. Hey, Russ, you went to a team that got the exact same record that the team you left. We're the Washington Wizards. We know why we suck.
He literally went.
We're the Wizards.
We
know why we suck.
He went lateral with his move, basically. Just instead of east is west.
And the Wizards didn't lose nothing in the process. That was so fucking funny.
I mean, in theory, a lot of us were like, well, maybe we might. And it's like, oh, okay. Well, didn't really lose much of anything.
That was funny, man. That's funny, man. But the NBA, like I said, but the way it's going right now, I really feel that the Mavericks and the Jazz, the Jazz and the Nuggets, that's really where a lot of the shuffling is going to be.
The fact that the Clippers got a better record than Lakers is hilarious to me.
Yeah, and then you got, like I said, the Timberwolves who's going to be shuffling around when it's going to be really funny. Who's going to come up on who's going to be between 3 and 8? Who's going to land between 3 and 8? That's going to be the funny thing for me, man.
Yeah, I mean, most def. I mean, like I said, it's the NBA. Like you said, it's coming to that time. Last 10, 12 games of the season before it's a wrap. So
76ers. Yeah, man. All right.
Yeah. So hold on. What's this? Oh no, this is F1. We'll get to F1 in a minute. We gotta get to these NCAA brackets because
oh my god.
Because right now, this is the men's. Obviously, you could tell Maryland is not here because Maryland sucked balls this season.
Yeah,
horribly.
Fucking horrible. We did. Did we make the NIT?
Hold on. Let me check real quick.
I don't think we made the NIT, man. I don't think we did. But as you see right here, we got Gonzaga at number 1. You got Gonzaga, Arizona, Kansas, and Baylor at number 1. Baylor is probably my favorite team in this whole thing right now. But at the same time, we're doing something different.
No, they didn't make it. They did not make it.
So just to let everybody know, before we go down the list and make these little predictions, there's not predictions.
Just assumptions.
Only one round. Only this one game. You know why? Because the last 4 years here on Working Title Sports Show, me and Chris had to get dick slapped in the face by y'all niggas just surprised. Remember 2 years in a row we had Virginia doing something, and what happened? They got their backs broken. Yeah. So we're done. We're past that shit. All right? We're grown-ass men around here. We learn from our wounds. We learn from our sins, nigga. So anyway, of course, as we got going on, Gonzaga versus Georgia State. Yeah, Gonzaga's gonna win that.
Yeah. Oh, go ahead.
What you about to say?
Oh no. I forgot. I'm waiting for the other one. So yeah, keep going. Sorry.
All right. Boise State versus Memphis. Memphis. I got Memphis actually winning that shit. Because I actually seen Memphis have a couple games. UConn versus Mexico. UConn versus New Mexico. Arizona versus Vermont. Alabama versus who is in the play-in for the 11th seed, which I think for that one is Rutgers and Notre Dame. That already went down today, did it? They already went down. Who won that?
You said Rutgers.
Rutgers and Notre Dame. Did they do that, or is that today? Or is that tomorrow? They should already did that today. I mean, they did that today.
Right now, Michigan is playing Colorado State, and Colorado State is up.
That's the only game that's going on.
And Providence is up on South Dakota State. San Diego, South Dakota State. Is it South Dakota? Yeah, they're up on South Dakota 31-23. Midwest region. So this, I think, it's like the top 4 or whatever. I'm thinking.
Man, well, who you see this list? Who you see this list? Who's your favorite, man?
I mean,
man, Auburn's all the way down.
You know what? Because this is last year, I got Duke going all the way.
Where is Duke?
Duke is in the they're in the West region playing Fulton.
Oh yeah, they're playing Fulton.
Because this is last year, which I have to shout out to North Carolina for killing.
I mean, destroyed that dream. Just pissed all over it, man.
And those two always have good games. But I remember that night, I was like, "Yo, North Carolina really put it on Duke," and this is supposed to be like, Coach K's like final game.
Yeah, man. Fuck Krzyzewski.
I got Duke going all the way, coming out the West. Definitely.
Man, I see when I'm looking at the West, my team that is a dark horse coming out the West, though, Purdue, the 3rd seed. The 3rd seed down
Purdue,
there. Huh? That's not the West. Yeah, the West. No, not the West. South. God, what's this region? That would be the North region, right? That'll be the North region, right? Yeah. But yeah, I'm sorry, I'm looking at the wrong one. But hold on. In the West region, all right. In the West region up there, I have nobody. Yeah, I'm gonna go with. You know what? Fuck it. I'm with you, Chris. That's who I think is going to come out. Duke. I think it's going to be Duke. I'm with you. My dark horse in that is the team that like I said, my dark horse in that is a team that I actually think can fuck around and beat Gonzaga, and that would be Memphis. I want Anthony Hardaway to get that big ass fucking victory over Gonzaga. So that's my dark horse coming out of that.
My dark horse is Michigan State, though. Out of the West. State.
Ooh, I always go for Izzo. I love Izzo's teams, man. All right. So over in the South region, I see over there. Villanova.
I mean, the likelihood of it being Villanova seems great.
Yeah, it's like Villanova, whatever. Dark horse, it's got to be a team I've seen. Ooh, I don't think. See, here's the thing. I've seen them play, but I don't think it will be Houston. No, Houston. No, I'm gonna go with my first thought, Houston.
My dark horse is Tennessee.
Tennessee, they're sitting in the 3rd. Yeah. Houston. I got being Villanova or Houston down there. Of course, I always go for my favorite in this, and that will be Kansas, because Kansas, they don't steer me wrong.
It's Kansas. It's all reliable.
It's all reliable. But my dark horse in that is MIA, Miami of Florida. I don't think they're gonna beat the Trojans though. But that's my dark horse coming out of that.
My dark horse is USC.
USC actually is one of those teams, both of those teams. All right, cool. And on the other side, like I said, I think Baylor's the nastiest team in this whole tournament. I got them coming out of that. But my dark horse would be Purdue. Purdue and Murray State. Murray State is real. I like them. I think those are my two. Those are my two out of that one. Man.
All right. Do you have the women's bracket up?
Oh yes, I do. Let's put.
Because guess who?
This joke is ugly.
Guess who made it in for the first time in the franchise? Howard women basketball is in the NCAA tournament. They won their first playing game to get into the tournament. First major NCAA victory in the school's history.
Now, is this their first meet? Is that their first MEAC championship? That can't be their first MEAC championship, is it?
I don't think so, but I know the men lost to Coppin State in their MEAC.
Yeah, I know they lost to the first. They lost to the.
But Howard won theirs. That's how they got the ability to get into the play-in.
And for the black school that made it in the men's tournament, that was Norfolk State. That was going to be no question because Norfolk State is a nice squad, despite the fact I seen the motherfuckers lose to Central, and they lost a very easy game to Central. But
good for Howard women. But
Yeah,
you
good for Howard.
you get South Carolina though.
Yeah, and let me tell you something right now. South Carolina, I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm done.
But
South Carolina winning this whole thing, I'm done. Them girls is
South Carolina, I would say definitely coming out of Greensboro, it's going to be South Carolina. Definitely. If I had a wild card though, North Carolina.
North Carolina?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, oh God, I didn't get the bottom half. Only got the top half. I just
get the bottom half. You can add the bottom half whenever you find it and stuff. But in the Spokane region though, because I like Maryland women.
No. I got the Maryland women coming out of that period.
Oh yeah, Maryland women been fucking doing real good this season.
Now because it's kind of funny, I actually seen more women's games than men's games this year. Maryland can beat Virginia Tech. I know they can. The rough game will be the girls that's going to come out of Stanford and Kansas. Mm-hmm. That's going to be the rough one, and I think it's going to be Stanford. And I got faith in the Lady Terps. I think the Lady Terps got them, but the only team I can see that they might face. Texas girls are really good. I haven't seen Utah girls play. LSU, it might be LSU. It might end up being LSU down there. Or Ohio State, because Ohio State nice too. So, yeah. Actually, the whole Spokane region looks lit. I actually might watch that shit. No bull. I'm not even joking. For anybody that don't know like that, this whole region for the Spokane region, yeah. That's thick. I like that. That.
What's the bottom one for that one?
I don't have one. Let me see. I can't believe I only got the one half of this show. There's one. All right, I'm looking at it right here.
All right.
I'm looking at it. Hold on. Let me just give you. Actually, let's just share this mug. I'm gonna share this share the screen of this one. Cause my dumb ass wanted to be all fancy and shit.
It's like we did it. All right, cool.
All right, now if anybody can see it, I'm going to When it comes to that's Wichita,
Bridgeport. Is there a way you can like magnify it up?
God dang, can I? Let's see.
Hold up, are you using Google Chrome?
Yeah.
It should be. There it is. There it is. All right, cool. We got it. People can see it.
All right.
So Louisville, Albany, Nebraska. All right. I'm gonna go Michigan coming out of there though. Definitely.
Going with my gut feeling and going with what I've seen of these girls, Louisville's gonna take that whole thing. But I want Louisville girls. It's gonna be Louisville girls, but Michigan girls are good too. The Baylor girls are good too. I'm still going with my gut. It's gonna be Louisville. Now, over here in Bridgeport. Ooh, NC State. I got them getting. I'm gonna say this right now because I seen just because they're the last girls I seen play. Just because they're the last. Oh snap! Chris rolled out. Never mind.
Nah, I'll do something real quick. Sorry.
No, but just because I seen the last girls I actually saw play, I got Kansas State beating Washington State, then playing NC State and getting that upset. Just because Kansas State girls were they were the last girls I seen play basketball. Just because I'm going with a weird.
I'm laughing. UCF is in there though. I was like, oh yeah,
UCF girls, but the UCF girls, actually I haven't seen them play. So looking at that, I'm going to go go ahead and say, yeah, Kansas State is my dark horse. But real talk, the Indiana girls, Indiana's going to win that. The Hoosiers is going to come out of that. Lady Hoosiers is going to come out of that one. So yeah, that's good. That's what we got for right now. Like I said, we're not doing no depth ones. Like, oh man, your prediction didn't come true. We know it. Yeah. That's why we didn't go through all these. They're going to be this one. And they're going to be the Cinderella.
So F1.
F1. Ladies and gentlemen, the F1
Season
season
starts?
is upon us. Yes. And beautiful, beautiful Bahrain. Yes. Look at this course. Look at this course. This beautiful, beautiful course.
I wish it was in Gran Turismo 7.
I wish it was too. But if you got F1, if you got the F1 game, it's a fun little course, especially that little straightaway on the bottom right there. That's that straightaway on the bottom, but that's fun. They actually got two straightaways that I really, really like, man. But yeah. So yeah, the season's gonna start. So far, what everybody's saying, so far, the real quick news to go through it. Sebastian Vettel fucked around and got COVID, and Nico Hulkenberg will be replacing him for this race. Nico's come back, and Nico has a bit of an interesting history that he's always been a guy that's always been like the alternate. He's like, yeah, I'm ready to race. This is gonna be the year. I might fuck around being started this year, y'all. He's always on the bench.
Oh,
So good for
they
him.
also changed up the safety car rule.
Oh yeah, they had to change that up. Yeah, they changed up the safety car rule. I don't know all the details in that one though. Yeah.
I have it here. So the governing FIA spelled out in the revised edition of the 2022 sporting regulations that all, rather than the more ambiguous any, lap cars must unlap themselves before a restart. Masi had allowed the race to resume after only the lap cars between Verstappen and Hamilton, then leading, had unlapped themselves.
Mhm.
That allowed enough time for one last lap of racing, with the Dutchman on fresh tires and able to overtake his title rival. Masi has since been replaced by two officials who will share the race directing job as part of the wider restructuring of the refereeing process. This will be assisted by the FIA stalwart Herbie Blash, who will return as permanent senior advisor, having retired in 2016 after 50
Yeah,
years
now
of
I
sport.
remember this. Yeah.
And Blash was previously assistant to late racing director Charles Whiting. New season starts in Bahrain this weekend.
What happened was and like I said, they're replacing it with two other people, and like you said, they're gonna bring somebody else in there right after they figure out what they're gonna do with it. But the real big problem was that apparently we just did everything was like loose and wild with the rules. So no, not only is it going to not just fall on one person, it's going to fall on two people. And like I said, they're gonna hammer out the rules from there and all the rest of that shit. The only other big on the other news, real quick, Haas finally Haas totally told Nico on Nikita Mazepin, you done. We're not racing you this year because your daddy is a fucking oligarch, and we got to separate ourselves from the Russian influence of this team. And then now Haas is back to the regular black, white, and red. And this lovely man, Kevin Magnussen, is coming back over to the team. He can score points. He's a really good driver. He tried to go over to GT racing. It didn't really work out the way he wanted to, but they said, hey man, you want to come back to F1? He's like, fuck yeah. So
it's like, I come back, hell yeah.
Like, I'm coming back to the NBA, nigga. Shit, what? Anyway, for anybody that don't know nothing about F1 real quick, I'm gonna give you a crash course on all the crash rating on all the drivers. There's only 20 drivers. Real quick, stay with me. The best way to do this shit. On the end right there is Kevin Magnussen, Mick Schumacher. They race for Haas. Kevin Magnussen's about an 80. It's about an 80. Mick Schumacher is a strong 77. On the other side is Valtteri Bottas and Zhou Guanyu. They both race for Alfa Romero. And Bottas, real talk, he's about a 90, but he's about an 88 this season. And Guanyu's a rookie, so let's give him a 71. Let's give him a 71 to be nice. Anyway, on the bottom, you have Nicholas Latifi and Alexander Albon. They are racing for the famous Williams team. Albon, he actually used to race for Red Bull. He used to race for Red Bull. He won the GT racing last year. They had a really good season at GT racing, really good at it. But came back. He's about an 82. Nicholas Latifi sucks. That motherfucker's a 75 in my book. On the other side over there, we have.
This is what they rate him in the F1 racing game, by the way.
No. This is D's rating. Fuck that
Okay.
game.
All right. Hey, I just had to be sure because
Had to be sure. I understand that.
Had to be sure.
Anyway, on the other side right there is Lance Stroll, is my favorite rich Canadian Lance mother effing Stroll. And right beside him is probably one of the greatest racers and nicest people in all of racing, Sebastian Vettel. They both race for Aston Martin. I give Lance Stroll's about an 84. Sebastian Vettel, former champion, really, really good racer, but he's about an 86.
See, I was gonna say 89.
Nah, I don't think he's an 89. He's an 87.
Okay.
He's an 87.
Fair.
He's 87.
That's fair.
Up on the corner right there is Yuki Tsunoda and Pierre Gasly, both for AlphaTauri, racing for AlphaTauri. AlphaTauri, real quick, everybody, is the sister team of Red Bull. Anyway, with them, Pierre Gasly is a fucking ace in the making. That dude is going to end up being a really, really good racer in the next couple years. He's about an 89. Yuki Tsunoda is everybody loves Yuki. His English has gotten better too. Everybody loves Yuki. Yuki's actually a 79 to be honest. 78.
Oh.
Right on the other side over there, racing for Alpine. The race for Alpine is Esteban Ocon and Fernando Alonso. Fernando Alonso, real quick, everybody, is a former champion himself.
Mhm.
But Fernando, I'll give him. He's about an 86. He's about an 84. Esteban is up and coming, getting better. He's about an 84 himself, also. And finally, the top squads, right there in the corner, racing for McLaren, Lando Norris, Daniel Ricciardo. Daniel's about an 84. Is about an 84. He's not everybody likes Danny. Everybody likes Danny. Lando Norris. Lando Norris is actually no. I'm sorry. Danny is everybody's favorite fucking Aussie. Everybody loves him, man. But Lando Norris, chicks love Danny. Anyway, but Lando Norris is everybody's favorite gamer. He's a big gamer. But real talk, he's really a big up and comer, man. He's really nice. Lando's about an 8. If Lando's about an 84, Danny's about an 85. But he's probably going to end up winning some races this year. On the other side, racing for Ferrari are two really good drivers, Carlos Sainz and Charles Leclerc. Charles Leclerc is about a 90. That dude is nice, man. He's real nice. Mm-hmm. Carlos Sainz is a 90 himself, if you ask me. Both of them are real good, man. Actually, I think they're going to fuck around being second place. If not second place, they're going to be fighting for first place. So we're going to see what happens to them as a team. Up top, we got the champion teams, though. Up top, right there, Sergio Perez and Max Verstappen, both racing for Red Bull. Real talk. I don't like Max Verstappen, but game recognized game. That nigga's an 8. That nigga's a 97. He's a robot. He's insane. Sergio Perez, he's nice, man. He's about 80. He's about 89, but he's a vet. Nigga, everybody like Checo. That's his nickname, Checo. Everybody likes Checo. And racing for Mercedes is George Rutt is the kid that everybody. He's the one, Jimmy. George Russell and Lewis Hamilton. Now, D, are you being a fan when you say this? Fuck yeah, I am. What's his rating? 90 goddamn 9, nigga.
Might as well.
He the GOAT. Lewis Hamilton, despite not winning the championship last night, he's still a 99. He's still scary. And George Russell, he's about an 80. He's about an 87. He's coming up. That boy is actually really good. So I'm ready for this weekend, and starts at I don't know what time it starts. I think it's I hope this race is not 3 in the morning in America, man. That's gonna fucking suck.
So I guess on the
what's next, man?
On the wrestling front, have you been watching NXT 2.0?
Yes, I have. Of course I have. Dolph Ziggler's the champion. Have you not heard?
Yeah, which mean, a lot of people were stunned that he won the NXT title. And I was like, guys, this is just a way to make Braun Breaker go over crazy good when he gets the belt back from Ziggler.
I laugh at how people really don't like giving Braun Breaker any credit. And then seeing how he lost that and how
Ciampa got pinned, not Braun. Ciampa got pinned.
And then here they go. Well, Well, Dolph can't come down here. Yeah, Mark. He can't come down here, can he? Yeah, that's not right. You hate it, don't you, Mark? Yeah. You want Braun to win. I mean, Braun's in NXT, right? Yeah, so I hope Braun wins.
Did people forget like when Bray
People
Wyatt
don't
was
know
on?
how wrestling works, nigga. That's what I'm saying,
Did people
nigga.
forget when the Shield was on the main roster? They came back to NXT and wrestled a couple of times.
I hated how people always like this idea until the idea happens. It's wrestling is so stupid, man. This is the only reason why D doesn't report on a lot of shit from AEW is because a lot of it's chasing your own tail type of reporting. And no, for real, it's like it's really a lot of jerking off. You know what I mean? That's why I don't like reporting a lot of it. But at the same time, just real talk, I don't know it in depthly enough. And real talk, I'm not going to give it the same care I would WWE. So don't take no knock on it from me. So you know, that's not D being a hater. That's D being like, no. Even though I saw Revolution, I thought Revolution was pretty damn good.
Long as fuck, but pretty good. And I know that says a lot.
Mention that.
And I know that says a lot considering that we watched that long ass WrestleMania some years ago. But
hey, Chris, WrestleMania.
Okay, fair.
That's my only defense of that. Well, it was same thing long. Yes, it was long. WrestleMania. Now, if you want to get on me about that one time that Royal Rumble was pretty kind of long, okay, I get that.
But Royal Rumble.
Revolution is obviously going to be one of the bigger pay-per-views for AEW, which is fine. I have no problem with that. But that night was pretty damn good. It was pretty damn good. I will admit that. But I'm not about to tell you every single match. I don't have that in me. That's my boy DK, and DK want to show the fuck up on the show.
Also,
do it fine. I do it for him.
Dominic Mysterio needs to stay his ass in NXT.
He needs to stay down there, man. He looked like he was perfect down there, did he? Speaking of which, actually, that match with with Braun Breaker chomping Dolph. Dolph made that nigga look insanely good. Did you see how did you see that? He spears Dolph. Dolph does a full flip. Everybody saw that. I remember everybody saying like Dolph Ziggler is making Braun look 10 times stronger than his uncle. He is making him look insane.
Oh, it's gonna go over big and stand and deliver when he get that belt back. That crowd gonna fucking lose their goddamn minds.
Boy, I hope it's what they really get, because there's a star in that boy, man. There's something there, man. And Dolph,
every time he just talks.
And Dolph getting the belt was good, but there was something that everybody else discovered in this little thing, that LA Knight is really, really good. And of course, I'm going to back up LA Knight. He's from Maryland. I'm going to back up all my Maryland wrestlers. That motherfucker is insane. And I know here's the problem though. And this is what I want everybody to realize this. LA Knight, if he does not go up to if he goes up to the main roster and doesn't become immediately one of the main attractions of the show, I hate to say this, is going to upset y'all. He's going to be just like Bobby and motherfucking Dolph. And I don't mean that as a bad thing, but a lot of people do see it as a bad thing.
He knows where he sits at.
Because I know because if LA gets in that position, trust me, he's going to be one of the best heels at just being the heel. Yeah, he's going to get the Intercontinental belt every now and then and stuff like that, but because he's going to position himself as that type of heel, if he's not automatically a star when he gets up, if he doesn't become a star once he's up there within like a certain amount of time. So that's all I gotta say.
Speaking of which, Carmilla Hayes has been fucking great in NXT.
I worry for him going up to the main roster a little bit, but yeah, great.
I mean, dude,
not in the ring, not him in the ring, just like how everything plays out for him on the main roster. No,
yeah.
I think that's his normal concern. That's not a big deal, but yeah.
I mean, he got a ladder match at the Stand and Deliver, so that's gonna be pretty good.
That's gonna be pretty cool, man. That's gonna be pretty cool. Speaking of which, it's kind of fun. It's not speaking of which, but it was amazing. I meant to say this. Speaking of Revolution, it's funny when you see a storyline that you wanted to finally happen in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
When I saw William Regal come out there and slap Brian, and then turn around and slap John, I was like,
Somebody said that's like
I was
equivalent.
about to cry. I'm not even bullshit. I'm like this. Fuck you, AEW.
Somebody said that's the equivalent.
Oh,
Somebody
fuck
said
you. I
that's
wanted that so bad.
somebody said that's the equivalent of a father coming in and breaking up two brothers in a fight.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck you guys doing? Get up.
And I find it very funny that a lot of people, they was like, oh man, why don't you go over to, I forgot where they was telling Rigo to go to. And Rigo was like, I have no intention of going there. Will y'all stop it? Ew. And he went to AEW. I was like this. They weren't going to pay that nigga enough.
Now they paid him enough, so it's
It
great.
wasn't AEW. I think it was like, it was either Impact or Major League Wrestler or something that he said. He was like, fuck no.
I'm laughing though because Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus, they retained their belts, which I was like, good, keep it that way, good. I was so they had Keith Lee, Orange Cassidy, Hobbs, and Christian Cage lose the Wardlow for the TNT belt, TNT Championship.
Yeah,
which I'm like,
TNT
all right,
Championship.
like,
Like,
all right,
first off, why not be like that was okay. That was okay.
it's all right.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, what do you want, you know?
But yeah. So as far as we are getting to that moment in wrestling where we got to talk about main events and stuff, and what's going on. First off, let's talk about that's thank you, Chris. The best rivalry that's going on.
Is this night 1 or night 2?
We don't know yet.
Hold on.
And so that's going to be the funny thing. It's not set yet. It's not set yet. None of them are set yet. These 3 matches are the only ones that have been set, but not on what night yet. Okay. Right? They haven't set up no nights yet. But this is one of the 3. Of course, it's going to be Bianca versus
You
Becky.
sure? Because they said Bianca and Becky is going to be on night 1.
It says night 1? Is it set for night 1?
Yeah, supposedly.
All right, cool.
I'm going off Wikipedia, so it could.
I'm gonna say, is it a Wikipedia? Like, yeah, go on Wikipedia.
So you probably right. It's probably not set yet.
Yeah, it's not totally. None of them are really so. Like I'm saying, none of them really are because we know AJ Styles and Edge is going to be a match, but that's not set up yet. They don't even know what day it's going to be.
Versus Sami Zayn.
Yeah.
Pat McAfee versus Austin Theory, which that should be a fun match.
Yes, it should be.
Usos versus Shinsuke and Rick Boogs. I'm gonna love that match.
I'm sorry, who?
The Usos versus Shinsuke and Rick Boogs.
Wow, really?
Hey, Rick Boogs. I'm liking the matchup. I ain't gonna lie. I like it.
I think Rick sucks as a wrestler, but anyway. Now I tell you the underrated one is going to be Knoxville and Sammy. That's going to be the underrated one, man.
Zelina and Carmella versus Sasha and Naomi versus Rhea and Liv. That's a triple threat for the women's tag team belts.
Mm-hmm.
Drew versus Happy Corbin. And we forget because we got a he made his debut under a different name. Your boy, the Bruiserweight, he's on the main roster now.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Butch now,
which again, the fan base lost their fucking minds.
You want to know what's
fucking up? And I'm like,
do you want to know? No. But do y'all want to know what the real tragedy is?
What?
The real tragedy is this. And this is what a lot of people. It's 2 things that happen at once. Not only did we had to get, oh man, he's up here, man, he's with Holland and Sheamus, which anybody that has an iota what's going on, perfect. You got him with somebody, you got a whole setup, you gave him the little Peaky Blinders aesthetic, motherfucker. This actually works. But Butch, shut up. This works.
It's the Gunther thing. It's the Gunther thing. It's like, yeah, he's Gunther, but he still slaps the shit out of you. What are we talking about here?
It gets better. Look who they're about to beef with. New Day?
Oh, and Xavier is coming back?
And Xavier's going to come back for a big, oh my God.
Big E is coming back too? Because
It's like this, and Big E, despite not being up for no championship right now, still got a lot of juice, and that means everybody's going to be looking at this match. And one thing I know about the New Day and tag team wrestling, they're going to look at Sheamus and go like, hey, yo, let's do this. We know it's going to, and you got Pete Dunne with you now. This is great. Holland, grabs E, does the suplex. Oh my God.
God, no. Yeah,
Unfortunately, and let's make this very clear, what happened to E was unfortunate. That wasn't Holland's fault or anything, because you look at it, when you look at it over and over again, nothing was wrong. He just landed on his neck.
fractured neck, not broken.
Thank God. Not broken, just
So the
fractured.
timetable isn't going to be crazy long, but
yeah, he's out for about a couple months. He's still out for a couple
but
months, man.
that just means he's going to get a big pop, because I think you said it
that
best.
thing's going to be huge.
But you said it best. This is just a recipe for him to get a championship run
A
again.
lot of this is, and only in the sense of, and if you're somebody that has doubts, you should have your doubts. I understand your doubts, but we're not talking about that now. Right now, what you got is a good recipe for a comeback, because the love that he got was tremendous, more than anybody else, meaning that everybody knew the situation for what it was. He's going to have a really good WrestleMania. He might end up having a push after Mania to him to get a belt, which anybody can see. Him getting hurt put more coal on that fire to make him a champion. And I hate it that it has to be your injury to do that. Now, what really solidified it for me was the amount of people. When it comes to, there's one thing where his former champions say, "Hey, kiddo, get better." It's when it's with a bag of love. That's where it gets insane. And all of that when half the AEW roster is like, no, not E. When half the AEW roster is like, what? No. When all of the roster Impact is like, E.
It's like, no.
The wrestling world was like, no. That means something to me. Yep. Hopefully Vince saw that same thing. That's all I can say.
Like, word.
Vince like this. Looks like they love E. Looks like they love themselves, Big E. Get your kid, slaps him on the neck.
You know, the most
Vince will do that. Vince will get you dead on your broken tibia, whatever it may be. He'll do it.
Side note, the most dickhead shit I saw a couple of days ago, somebody tweeted, "I don't understand why the WWE is my dream mindset is still alive." And I'm like, wow. So fuck the person that actually wants to go to WWE legitimately, right? Like,
yeah, that's like people have this.
I hate that shit.
People have this idea that you need to follow the narrative and they need to be this type of person. You want your revolutionary to be the revolutionary that you picture them to be. Yeah. Like here's the thing, Chris. I do admire who's it? Bernie Sanders, but I don't think of him like a Bernie bro.
Oh no.
You see what I'm saying, right? One of the people that really kind of agitated that in the wrestling world was actually AJ Styles. AJ Styles, I remember there's video of him, of AJ Styles being a little bit homophobic, but also of AJ Styles saying outright fuck WWE. Outright saying I'm not going to go to those guys. Outright saying I don't even play their video games, let alone do any of their stuff. I want to be my own person. There's a difference between the two of them. Number one, AJ Styles at the time was just an up-and-coming wrestler, just saying anything. Nobody expected him to be AJ Styles, because it would be like probably another 5 years after that interview, he become phenomenal AJ Styles in Impact. Here's the thing. Nobody that has the talent that AJ Styles had will sit with less. If you know you can get more somewhere else, go to it.
I mean, even Bret Hart said it.
And that's even if you're sitting in that's even if you're sitting in WWE. No, I can get more over there. Then go over there. You should. You better. There have been, how many stories have we heard that we heard? Great, good example. Good at everybody's favorite person in the world. Kenny Omega. Kenny goes over to John Laurinaitis. John, I think I'm better off in Japan. Well, you know what? I know a couple guys in Japan. I can hook you up, man.
Okay. I went to
William
Japan.
Regal going over to Daniel Bryan. You're not ready for WWE yet. Go overseas. I should go overseas. Hey, AJ Styles, hey, AJ Styles, we see what you're doing at Impact. Why don't you come to WWE? Nah, they about to make me champion down here and do this, that. No.
I'll be there later.
It's called opportunity. It's called opportunity. And if your dream is to be on the highest stage, unfortunately, I hate to be that person. That's going to be WrestleMania.
Yep.
I hate to be that person. There's nothing bigger than that. Yeah, there's a high that you're probably going to get from being the main event in Wrestle Kingdom, and I'm pretty sure it's unique and you love it. But the one that you was imagining in your head was probably WrestleMania, wasn't it? It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate that WWE is the mountaintop. And even if that's not your mountaintop, the nigga go for the mountaintop. Nigga, go for whatever that mountaintop is. It's like, yeah, that's right. New Japan strong. That's it. Get to your mountaintop, baby. I don't understand why people have this weird fan thing to think that shit. It's so stupid to me, man.
Yeah, it's just throwing it out there. But going back to Bianca and this is gonna be a good damn match. I laugh at the meme of Bianca coming back on Raw with the fucking neck brace.
Yo, I like the fact that Bianca, not only neck brace, I like when Bianca fucked up this girl's stomach. And I thought that the slap I heard was like a sound effect that WWE inserted, because WWE does that. Which, by the way, WWE, you can stop pumping in sound. I said that last week, and I'm gonna keep saying that every week. But anyway, but I thought it was very, very funny when I heard the slap, and it was like, oh no, that was real. That was a real slap. It really did bruise her. And I told myself, it is so funny. Angie, my wife, is on the side of both of these women. Angie really, with all the hate that my wife has for Sasha, it's the total reverse for Bianca. Yeah, she's not sniffing this girl's drawers, but ooh, Bianca, yes. You know what I mean? Bianca has beaten her girl Dewdrop, and Angie's like, that's what I'm talking about, girl. Like she beat Dewdrop. I know. Yes.
Actually, I got the picture right here. It's a good one. I
What?
was trying to find the one where Seth Rollins was behind her when she was taking the picture of the mark, and he was like smiling his ass off and shit, but couldn't find that one. But I found the other one though.
But
That mark is like, holy shit! Like he
but it
really
was
got
so
her
funny.
ass.
But and then again, like I said, and my wife is a big fan of Becky. She loves the man. She loves the man. Because when Becky
mark.
showed that first lash up there, when she did, I'm like, Becky, what you showing? I'm like, what are you looking at? And then you got one good shot of it. It was like red. I was like, I don't think it's that bad. And then that showed up. I couldn't stop laughing.
That's a mark.
I was like, she fucked her up. Woo! And I was like, look, here's the funny part. Again, Angie, huge fan of Becky. When Bianca slapped Angie, like, get that bitch.
I still laugh
like,
at fucking
Angie hops from being on the heel side to hopping on the faces side. I love it. And I know why. It's so funny. I think for a lot of girls, because a lot of black girls like Becky. I think a lot of black girls are feeling the same thing they felt when Oscar was the champion. It was like I'm on both sides on this one. I'm cold.
Then
whoever wins win. I'm cold.
Then we got this match, which I'm like,
All right, let me tell you something right now. I
don't feel one way or the other about it.
I don't feel. Yes, I don't. You don't either. I like. Look, here's the build up to it, and all the rest of that. I know it's there, but I don't care.
It felt very last minute.
There, but I don't care.
Like you come out, like when you think about what happened during the Royal Rumble and Ronda came out, I gotta be real. It felt very just
See, here's the thing. When I knew she came out, I knew Bianca was going to win it, and I was fine with that because I was like, oh, that means Bianca's going to go right for Becky now.
Yeah,
cool. That's what I said to myself. So here we are. You know what I mean?
It just felt like like Ronda and what she had before she kind of disappeared and got pregnant and all that stuff, and like she had more hype back years ago when this match should have happened. And now it's like, yeah, I guess. Sure. Okay. Like,
it feels like they just plugged it in.
Yeah.
Just cause. And it's kind of weird because her exit from wrestling was weird when she left the first
It just
time.
disappeared. She just slowly
I'm
disappeared.
off, and it was under a lot. It didn't help that even though that's not what the deal was, amongst a lot of fans, it looked bad because it was a lot of fans was like dumping on her right before she left too. So a lot of people took it for that she couldn't take the fans or some ridiculous thing like that. And like it's not a good situation. So when Ronda comes back, I gotta be real with you. I don't know how many people like her. And that's not me saying like nobody likes Ronda. No. How many people actually like her? I don't know that many people that are legit Ronda fans like that. Outside, I'm sure there are circles, but
and it's also the circumstances of where the women's wrestling in WWE is at. So if some people were feeling some way that Ronda coming back took away some spots from like, a Doudrop or some of the other people.
I'm gonna be real with you. I love Doudrop to death. She was never going to be up there, okay? She wasn't set yet. She's up there. She's up
banger
there.
matches with Bianca.
She's having these great matches. She's putting in great work. You know who loves her? Everybody in the back. She'll be fine. So I'm not really. This is not a case of taking away. And see, it's so funny. Back when we used to say taking spots away, it actually meant taking spots away. It wasn't a spot here for Doudrop in that case. I hate to be that person. And it's a 2-night event, so it's going to be a little bit different also.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody also wants to be their own booker in their own mind, so I don't pay attention to that. I at least try my best not to pay attention to that.
Yeah. So, and then you got this, which I might be stretching on this one. I feel Brock and Roman has turned into the new Cena versus Orton.
No, it is. It's just one of those. It's unfortunately for two champions.
Sometimes you might get some good matches. Other times it's like, again.
I think I will say this one. There has never been more hype for a match between those two than this one right here. There's actual real hype. There's actual real tension for everybody to go like, yo, I like Brock for the first time.
Because I like the idea. I like your idea of Roman wins, looks at the WWE belt, and just gives it to somebody like, yeah, I don't want this shit. You can have it.
Yeah, but I think a lot of that when I think it's weird. Either we're going back to one big main roster again, or there's only going to be one big belt. So I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what they're going to do. I personally hope they don't go to, go back to back in the day where it's like only one roster, because everybody like, we don't need to split the roster again. Said people who never watched this roster.
Well, I mean, when we had a single roster, there were a lot of people sitting in the back chilling.
Warming the bench. Here's the thing, and I understand when Vince does it as a way of weeding out people. And I notice when they do it, the people that get weeded out are the people that should have been gone like 4 years ago. But in some cases, in the case of this, it just feels like it's wrong, man.
Yeah, and also we have to point out wow, Finn Balor's back. He's the U.S. champion, and he's having beef with what's his face?
With Damian Priest.
Which is a good rivalry.
Shout out to Damian for what he did. We finished out the show that way. But I'm glad Finn. Then you got Ricochet. They got the belt back from got the belt from fucking Sammy.
The IC title.
Here's the funny thing about Sammy. The thing with Sammy, and I need people to realize this. Every year there's going to be a celebrity or two at WrestleMania. One of them is Johnny Knoxville. And I have to say, Sammy and Johnny Knoxville is one of the most, much like a lot of shit in the last 2 years with Sammy, is some of the most ingenious wrestling storytelling I have ever seen. And I'm saying ingenious in the fact like Sammy really stays in character 100% of the time. He does not dip out of it for nothing. And I'm pretty sure he's at Pillman level of, all right, dude, you ribbing me, man? Are we doing a gimmick right now, dog? Like, I feel that way with him. Like, he's always in that mood. And right now, him and Johnny Knoxville Abbey Road. If you follow him on Twitter, if you follow Sammy on Twitter, what the fuck is your problem? Follow this nigga now. He has, if you like, well, I don't know the storyline. That's perfect. That's perfect. He makes threads, so you can stay to understand what Mr. Knoxville did to him. I swear, Sammy is and Sammy did the right thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to AEW. I'm staying right here. Vince has let me do what I fucking want to do right now. I'm not. Let me tell you something. Have you ever? That's the one thing I know as WWE fans know this. Everybody notice when a wrestler has the green light from Vince and they mash on it. You notice how they don't let up off that thing?
They really don't. I mean, you know,
like, nah, Vince let me do whatever I want. New Day, Daniel Bryan, they was like, Vince let me do me. I get to do what I want. Jericho always did that.
Oh, I have to mention this because I did watch the match last night, even though it was okay. Thunder Rosa is the new AEW Women's Champion.
Yeah, it took long enough. It took long enough. Let me tell you something. Britt Baker made women's wrestling on there so unattractive. Not mean that. No, I'm a pig. No, I'm not being a pig. I mean, I didn't want to watch it because she won everything. There was nothing special about it.
Like, it wasn't like Jade, where it's like I understood the appeal of why they wanted to push Jade the way they did. So it's like, all right, I get it, right? You get the appeal.
Man.
Britt, it was like, what does Britt bring to the table?
She won at Revolution. I was like, this is so fucking stupid. So she's gonna have to win on Dynamite, ain't she? This is so fucking stupid. That's what I just said. This is so fucking stupid. I hate Britt Baker so bad. Oh god.
But I was happy. I was like, Thunder Rosa won. Congrats to her.
Offer. Good. And it's like, finally, man, they was fucking.
Hey, that AEW women's belt looked dope as hell,
that
too.
Bitch was Nick Botwinkle in that motherfucking title, man. She didn't want to give it to nobody, man.
Yeah, but that new women's belt.
I'm being spicy to everyone that want to act like she's actually good. She wouldn't be champion in Impact. She wouldn't be champion WWE. You know it. She'd be champion Impact. Okay, she probably would, but shut up. You know she won't be champion in WWE.
Last two things. We're gonna save one for last, but this one. Oh, this one.
All right, for all those that don't know about Control Your Narrative is basically the wrestler EC3 and Braun Strowman and Killer Cross came together and said we're gonna do something. Killer Cross realizing, you know what, I didn't want none of this.
I'm going to New Japan.
I'm going to New Japan. He's having a match with Minoru Suzuki.
Have fun, Cross.
Who don't like Cross was like, yeah, have fun. But real talk, I'm about to fight Minoru Suzuki. Fuck all of this.
Yeah, I'm out.
So,
peace.
While I'm here, control your narrative, rules, and regulations. Number 1, you're in control. Number 2, you are in control. Number 3, fighting ends when you tap out, get knocked out, can't stand or quit. Sanction matches get in via pinfall. 4, standard professional wrestling rules apply for sanction matches. Chaos ensues in the Project Pit. The Project Pit, brought to you by MyPillow. Number 5, no super kicks, no tope suicinas, and no Canadian destroyers. Number 6, the fight isn't with your opponent. The fight is with yourself. Number 7, the fight will go as long as it has to. Sanction matches hit their times. Because people don't hit their times. They get to have all these 30-minute matches. You gotta hit your fucking time. No, they're giving them more. Why? Just because you can do a tope? Is that why you give you extra time? Anyway, number 8. if you want to control your narrative, you have to fight. Let me tell you something, nigga. That hurt my head. And number two,
Dude, Swole's trolling of this was fucking hilarious. This is a story about control, my control of what I say, control of what I do. And this time I'm gonna do it my way. I hope you enjoy this as much as I do. Are we ready? I am, because it's all about control, and I've got lots of it.
Here's it. This is what I'm gonna say. This is my exact feelings. Number one, you are in control. Vince don't think that's a good idea. Number two, you are in control. Vince saw y'all guys wrestle. That's not a good idea. Number three, the fight ends, whatever, yada, yada, yada. Okay, Justin, here's your Monster Energy drink. Number four, chaos ensues in the project. Chris, what's a project pit?
Mosh pit, I guess. I don't know.
I'm guessing. Project Pit, brought to you by Fox Nation. Number five, those super kicks, topes, or motherfucking Canadian destroyers. Now these do real talk. I don't like Canadian destroyers like I used to, but real talk.
Super kicks, my dude. Like, damn.
None of y'all can do that. Nobody can do a Canadian destroyer. That's why you say that. No super kicks. Okay, I get it. AEW didn't want you, and now you're trying to say, fuck you, young bucks.
No top rope super sides.
That's what I'm saying. No topes. Yeah, nobody wants to see all that backflipping. Here's Randy Orton like this. I agree with that. Randy Orton. Well, at least I agree with that.
The fight isn't with your opponent, it is with yourself.
The fight is with you. Okay. All right, Justin. Oh, I'm sorry, Justin. Here's your Shadow the Hedgehog on Lunchbox. There you go. No. That No Fear t-shirt. Yeah, I understand. Yeah, I feel it, man.
Fights will go on as long as they have to.
Like I said, what backflipping, super kick having wrestler made you write that up? That's small dick territory right there for me.
He saw
your time.
You know what it was?
It's supposed to be a 10-minute match.
You know what it was?
It's 11 minutes.
He saw
too long.
He saw those long ass matches in AEW that actually ended in a draw because the time was over, and was like, nah, we got to hit our times.
That's what that is. That's what that is.
If you want to control your avenue, you have to fight. So okay, so you have no storyline set up, so you're just fighting. That's it.
That's a jerk off to the fan. That's a jerk off to the fans that actually buy into this mess. Yes, this is getting the exact attention that you should get. Is it like the attention that it should get is this comes off very, very Fox News, right wing, QAnon smelling. Yeah, it does.
And this is WrestleMania weekend that's coming out too?
They already had one show. And it was pathetic. And WrestleMania weekend, of course, they're going to be down there in Orlando. So we'll see.
Finally, RIP this man.
Yes, sir.
Razor Ramon. Scott Hall had broken his hip, and he was in the hospital. And during that time, he suffered, was it 3 heart attacks?
Yeah.
During that time, and he was on life support. And I saw the thing on IG from Kevin Nash, and Nash was like, "This breaks my heart. Scott is on life support, and his family is going to come in the following morning and take him off life support." And I was like, "Fuck."
It's
that hurt. That hurt, Scott. That hurt. You could tell the hurt coming from Nash having to write that.
Here's the thing. There's one thing when you lose it. Like, yeah, we hear about people losing their wives, their husbands. You know, it's sad. It's something different when you hear a best friend say it. You know what I mean? And the one thing that struck me really hard was actually true. I spent more time with Scott than any other person in this world.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you're literally losing a part of you. That hurts. That fucking hurts.
I mean, that was his boy from day one, man.
And I was so with fucking X-Pac on Twitter when everybody was saying rest in peace. I was like, and I was with X-Pac. I'm sorry, like I understand y'all mean well, but it's really weird that y'all guys saying rest in peace, and my friend's heart is still beating right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
and they said, and it did, and it was weird because I was
but
like,
it's
he's
just,
still
but it's
on
the
life
truth. Like
support.
it's like this. He's still on life support. Yeah, and people here when they take you off of life support, like no, they're just waiting for you to take your final breath. Really,
Yeah.
you're still going. It's sad because you're gonna get a that crap. You know what I mean? If you're even in that mode, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And it is sad, man. It is sad that we lost Razor, man. For me, it's funny. What's your like? I seen Razor for about a year before that and all that shit because I watched wrestling and all that. But my biggest memory was the first episode of Raw. Him coming out talking all that shit. I'd take anybody on Chico. Yeah, and all the rest of that shit. 1, 2, 3 Kid come out. They have this really average match. When I look at it again as an older wrestling fan, really very well worked because it was supposed to look like 1, 2, 3 Kid was trying, but come on, you ain't beating me, man. You ain't beating Razor Ramon, Chico. They ain't about to have slip, roll up 1, 2, 3. What?
Yep.
So yeah, my biggest memory of him was actually the first episode of Raw, and I actually saw the first episode of Raw live as a kid. So that is one of my favorite matches is him and Shawn Michaels in a ladder match. But my favorite memory of Scott is that. So Chris, I turn to you, Mr. WCW. What's your favorite Scott Hall memory, man?
Scott Hall moment definitely was when the Outsiders popped in because, like, for me, seeing Nitro and you see Scott Hall coming out the crowd and the Canadian tuxedo of the jean vest with no shirt underneath it. And
dude, how crazy was that?
when he
for
said,
y'all,
"You
man?
know
'Cause
who I am,"
I didn't know about that until a month later because I was like out of town or something. But still, how
he
crazy was
said,
that for y'all,
"Bruh,
man?
it was wild as shit because me as a fan, I'm like, that's Razor Ramon. What the hell is he doing on Nitro?" And when he sat there in the crowd, I was like, "You guys know who I am. I'm like, is he coming to WCW?" Because again, I didn't know anything about what was happening with him in WWF if he was leaving or not. Because I don't think there was nothing.
Yeah, that word at the time.
There was no reporting.
You
There was really no,
especially in '90. At least that time of the internet. No,
there was no
world
reporting on it because we didn't. There was no news source to keep up with any backstage wrestling news unless you really read the magazines.
Yeah, only if you had the magazines and the supermarkets knew about it at the time. And it was kind of funny. I just heard a story today it's actually up on the Wrestle Corner. It's about it was Scott talking about how he was at Madison Square Garden his last night in WWF, and how some people in the crowd was like, "Please don't go, please don't go," and he about to leave like, "You sold out, meaning that they knew he was going to WCW. So there were people that knew, but whatever.
But my thing was like, when he got there, it was like a huge thing, and then Kevin Nash pops in here and says, "This is where the big boys play," and that whole thing, it was fucking huge. So like, the Outsiders were like the greatest shit ever. Like fuck the NWO stuff because it's NWO. Like just the Outsiders,
just Nash and Hall,
They put on some good matches. Like they had some good damn matches, mainly with Harlem Heat and the Steiner Brothers.
Yeah, the ones I remember more are ones with Harlem Heat because at least those are the ones because I didn't watch a lot of WCW during WWF, but I did see those matches because those were big time. Because everybody was talking about that was like the one WCW match I did want to see just so I could be in a conversation, and I will never forget seeing like Scott Hall, pretty much Scott beating the shit out of Stevie Ray, which is weird. I mean, Scott ain't a small dude, but Steve is bigger than him, man. So just to see Scott just messing him, and that was the famous one where he threw the toothpick at Stevie, and Stevie was really choking the living shit out of him.
No, yeah.
They had like, yo, Stevie, chill. Chill. We're working. And Booker was like, you all right, man? You got like chill, like, and Stevie was like. Hey, he's like, it wasn't that I lost it. It was like, motherfucker. It's like, like, I'm gonna let you do your gimmick and all that, but come on. Yeah, I'm gonna let him throw the toothpick at me, but it was like when he spit at him. I think it was when he spit at him. That was like, nigga. Unlike it was like, yeah, I'm gonna let you do it. You got all of the Houston to hop out that dude.
Oh,
like, what?
He has some, Scott Hall and them,
but those of them, those are great
Hall and
matches.
them were pretty good, and I even watched Hall and them when he was in TNA, the early parts of TNA.
And that was, if you know the backstory of it, it's sad because he couldn't. That's when he was going through his addiction.
And that was the thing, and that was where I picked up on like there was something off about Scott. Like when he was in WWE, like it was fun seeing him interact with Stone Cold and The Rock and all that, right? But then like when they left and went to TNA, you could tell like something was off with Scott.
Yeah,
big time.
And that was that weird time. And Scott, I know he had a little. He went through not only just drinking problems, but getting better. Going through his family. He had a little falling out with him and his son Cody. I remember DDP did get his shit straight, and for the most part, despite Scott having all these drinking problems, when he would go for interviews, he didn't run nobody over. He didn't really talk bad about people. He just told the truth, and he wasn't like. It wasn't like he put any bad vibes out there. He was just going through a lot, and he had to admit that he went through a lot. Scott killed somebody, and it messed him up. He killed a guy early in his life before he became a wrestler, and he said he's been running from that all his life. And I know for some and some people is like, really, Scott, like, yeah, it's hard. And like it's just
took a life.
Like it's not even just taking life. It's what you've done. It's some people are built to be soldiers. And yeah, despite Scott Hall having the build of a dude that's you look like a dude that will bruise somebody and might kill him and all that, but that hurt him as a person. So yeah, it's wild, man. It's wild, but
but the amount of people that were inspired by him,
and the fact that Scott to the end to his last day, he was doing better, and that's the best part about it. At least it ended with him while he was being a better person. You know what I mean? While he was a better person, while he was giving back to everybody that was inspired by that band. But it's funny how Razor Ramon. How much people it doesn't matter which one you go for, which one you like, Razor or Scott Hall. Either way, you still getting the same dude, but it's the same energy. So
pretty much. I mean, it's so when he died, it was definitely like, damn, you just remember all the ups and downs. And even like I said, after DDP helped him out, like he was really on the straight and narrow, and seeing him really just having fun, going to different wrestling events, and even some of the stuff that I didn't know he was in ECW when he came out to Ready or Not.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
Did not know that. I did. Now I do remember when him and Kevin were in Japan. I do remember that. That was a big deal because that was during the WCW when they went to Japan, right?
Something like that. It's kind of funny with the whole Japan. See, Japan used to do their deals differently back then. All it was like Japan was like, oh yeah, it's weird. It's weird. It was either with WCW or you were doing it independently. So it was
because you saw things like, Chris Jericho was over there before he was with WCW.
He just told it.
Chris Benoit was the same way too.
Benoit was over there in Japan.
Oh, he was really like living over there and everything. Oh wow,
yeah, for a minute, yeah. So yeah.
I have to end the show off with this because this shit had me in fucking tears. And this is the most DMV shit ever to come. And this is from my boy from Seat Pleasant, Mr. KD himself.
Let's see what it is.
You gotta take this game over. You gotta shut the fuck up and sit down. You gotta take this game over. You gotta shut the fuck up and sit down.
I had to put that on there. You got to shut the fuck up and sit down. Like, don't get it twisted. Kevin Durant is taking over these games. He's been balling out of. It's insane.
He's another dude too. Yeah, right after his 50-point game, that's when Kyrie had his 60-point game.
It was insane.
These niggas shooting too much, man.
KD is out to prove some shit. And hey, look, Ben Simmons has been helping. He's been contributing.
But I heard they don't know how, like, he's not 100%, is he? Something
Not
wrong.
100%, but I mean, he's contributing.
Something
He's
weird.
doing way more contributing than he did with the 76ers. I'll say that much.
Yeah, right.
So. But yeah, that's it for the sports show this week. Next week, because the baseball, they finally got their whole deal straightened out, didn't they?
Yes, they did. They did.
So baseball is on.
The spring training starts today. I was going to do something with that, but
next week will work.
Next week.
Yeah.
Don't worry, hockey. We know.
we know hockey. We'll get to you too. You know, it's just a lot of stuff happening. It's like, why do you talk about us? I will get to you.
What about us?
But anyways, folks, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you guys later. Peace.
Peace.